Hi guys, Kelade here. Welcome to my 4.1 patch notes roundup. First, we'll be looking at the champion changes. Let's get started. Anivia is receiving some quality of life changes to her ult and basic attacks and will have reduced mana costs on her Q and W. Annie's early game stun duration has been reduced until she reaches level 11, while Tibbers' cooldown has been reduced at later ranks. Evelynn has had her Q's travel speed reduced by almost half. Her E now does physical damage instead of magic, and the shield from her ult is now instant. Janna's ult now heals for more in a shorter duration of time with better AP scaling. Jinx has received a nerf on her base health, and the health per level does not even fully compensate at level 18. Her E now has a standardized arming time, and his damage has been reduced. Nasus with the range has been reduced, and his ult no longer increases the range of his E or W. Rengar can no longer triple Q, and empowered W heal has been nerfed. Riven's base attack damage has been reduced, while attack damage per level has been increased, catching up to the old patch of level 9. Her Q damage and E duration have been nerfed. Shyvana has received damage reductions to both her W and E. Thresh lanterns have been made more obvious and easier to click along with having unit collision. His ult has received a slight increase in arming time. Yasuo got buffed. Rabadon's stat cap now displays ability power gained from his passive. Spirit Visage has its CDR reduced by half. Sunfur Cape has its early game damage reduced and now scales with level. The spirit items no longer have passive health and mana regen. Instead, champions will regen health and mana based on a percentage of their damage. Spirit of the Spectral Wraith now grants 2 ability power for every large monster kill, up to 30 max. Blackfire Torch movement speed has been reduced by half. Wicked Hatchet and Lord Van Dan's Pillager are reintroduced with new build paths. Infinity Edge is removed due to Lord Van Dan's Pillager having the same stats and total cost. Entropy now builds out a pickaxe instead of BF sword. Its damage and cost have been reduced to compensate. Gred's Spectral Lantern, the Lightbringer, and Hextech Sweeper have their total and combined costs reduced. Here's a list of minor changes. Caden's ult is now more responsive when interrupted. Darius' ult recast window has been increased. Felix's Q will now fear the target in a random direction instead of in a straight line. Fiora can no longer use teleport while casting her ult. Hecarim's W now correctly matches the tooltip. Jarvan's passive will no longer trigger on towers. Lux and Nami ults now go on CD after they've successfully cast it. Mel's ult now correctly suppresses the target. Nidalee's traps can no longer be placed on walls. Olaf's Q slow has been reduced. Talon's E teleports him further behind a target than before. Twisted Fate has a new targeting indicator on his Q. New players to League of Legends will now have a static lineup of free-to-play champions in the first few levels. Lastly, Riot has reverted their buff to outer turrets for the first 8 minutes of the game, but top and middle towers now have a 20 damage reduction from champion basic attacks. And that's it for my 4.1 patch notes rundown. Thank you guys for watching, and if you would like to see more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. See ya.